Читаем слово из левого столбика и читаем из правого определения. Definition.
Conglomerates, groups of companies that have joined together.
Companies, да. Так, дальше второе.
Depositors.
Depositors.
Depositors. People who place money in bank accounts. Deregulated. Abolished or ended rules and restrictions. Fines. Sums of money paid as penalties for breaking the law. Prohibited. Made it illegal to do something. Regulation. Control of something by rules or laws. Repealed. Cancelled or ended a law. Underwriting. Guaranteeing to buy a company's newly issued stocks if no one else does. It's all.
Да, that's all.
That's
Так, и окей. Теперь переводы я тогда просто в отдельное самое окошко выведу, чтобы нам сейчас время не терять. Теперь нам надо... Так, текст идет. Regulation and deregulation. Значит, здесь у нас текст. Как раз сюда надо вписать 8 слов, которые мы только что разобрали. Значит, ответы. Первое. Вписываем underwriting. Переписываем прямо из столбика.
First of all, you mean in the late 1920s, several American commercial banks that were underwriting security issues for companies weren't able to sell the stocks to the public because there was not enough demand. So, and etc.
Первое underwriting, второе depositors, третье regulation, четвертое prohibited, пятое deregulated, шестое repealed, седьмое conglomerates, fines. Так, давай прочитаем теперь весь текст.
In the late 1920s, several American commercial banks that were underwriting security issues for companies were not able to sell the stocks to the public because there wasn't enough demand. So we used money belonging to the depositors to buy depositors to buy these securities. If the stock price late fell, the customers fell. The customers lost a lot of money. This led the government to step up the regulation of banks to protect depositors' funds and the funds and to maintain investors' confidence in the banking system. In 1933, the Glass-Steagall Act was passed, which prohibited American commercial banks from underwriting securities. Only investment banks could issue stocks for corporations. In Britain too, retail or commercial banks remained separate from investment or merchant banks. A similar law was passed in Japan after World War II.
Half a century later.
World War II?
Нет, the second.
Half a century later, in the 1980s and 90s, many banks were looking for new markets and higher profits in the period of of increasing globalization. So most industrialized countries deregulated the financial system. The Glass-Steagall Act was repealed. A lot of commercial banks merged with acquired investment bank of insurance companies. Banks and insurance companies, which created large financial conglomerated, the largest American and British bank. Now
conglomerates,
the larger American and British banks now offer customers a complete range of financial service as services as the universal banks in Germany and Switzerland have done for a long time. The law forbidding U.S. commercial banks from operating in the more than one state was also abolished. In Britain, many building societies societies uh, so- which specialized mortgages
in mortgages.
in mortgage started to offer the same services as commercial banks. Services as commercial banks. Yet, in all countries, financial institutions are still quite strictly controlled, either